All right, gentlemen. All right, we are back. We are back. We've been away for a while, but we're back.
We are back, baby. We are fucking back. We're back. Classic. We are back.
Glad to see all of y'all out there. Glad y'all hanging in there with us. We're going to do a podcast today. We're going to do it about the Washington Commanders. And the Commanders are hot. Everybody knows it, and everybody is looking from ESPN to FS1 to blah, blah, blah. Everybody is saying we are picking up the people that we need to pick up to get into the next season and to be able to go into the draft without having a specific need for our first round pick, which is late 29. And we're not used to having those late picks at number 29. And when you get number 29, baby, you got to pick the best available. Because if you're looking for a starter at 29, it's probably not going to fall your way for the guy that you actually need in the position that you need. So you got to do free agency signings, and that's what we did this year, man. We went into free agency really hard. We had a couple of trades, but in free agency, let me just go through the list here we picked up. We signed a lot of our old guys too, so this is a kind of a split list of who was out there and the people that we wanted to bring back. So you got Jeremy McNichols, running back. Will Harris, safety. Javon Kinlaw, defensive tackle. Bobby Wagner, linebacker. Zach Ertz, tight end. John Bates, tight end. Tress Wade, punter. Marcus Mariota, quarterback. Eddie Goldman, defensive tackle. Jonathan Jones, cornerback. Dietrich Wise, defensive end. KJ Osborne, a wide receiver. Michael Didier, center. Noah Brown, wide receiver. Sheldon Day, defensive tackle. Trent Scott, offensive tackle. Noah Igbenogany, cornerback. Nick Ballore, linebacker. Jacob Martin, defensive end. Nate Herbig, probably saying it wrong. Guard. Clelin Ferrell, defensive end. Jalen Holmes, defensive end. Foster Sorrell, offensive tackle. And last but not least, Michael Gallup, wide receiver, coming out of retirement for 1 year. Is going to try to come back and make a splash on this team. And it kind of goes back to what we were saying in the middle of the year, man. Everybody is looking at us and looking at us as a destination point. We got a couple big names in there. We got a couple of guys that still have potential. We'll see if it works out. We brought some of our guys back. And, who knows? Some of these guys may just be camp bodies, see if they can make the team, give them a tryout, give them a little contract for a year, stuff like that. People do that all the time. But we also traded for a couple of players.
We traded for Laramie Tunsil, left tackle. And we traded for Debo Sanders.
Good hit.
Wide receiver, running back, a little bit of Swiss Army knife type of dude.
Got the loose hips, baby.
Yeah. So, we really, really needed a left tackle. We needed to upgrade the offensive line.
Okay.
There was nobody on the trade on the market for left tackle that was as far as the pickup.
Not as good as Tunsil.
Not as good as Tunsil. Not a top 3 pick. Not a top 3 player in the league.
And we didn't give up a number 1 draft pick.
We didn't give up a number 1 draft pick. We paid some money.
You got to pay to play just for shorty bang bang to look your way.
Yeah. Paid some money, but we didn't give up a number 1 draft pick. So, and we picked up Debo. Now we shortened a little bit of our draft picks. We have less draft picks. I think we're down to 5 draft picks at the moment. But nonetheless, we picked up 2 key players, and then we got a bunch of fill-in players. I think the D-line that we signed, the guy from the D-line is a little bit more than a filler player. He took Island's place.
Kinlaw
is a little bit more.
We paid him a 3-year contract too. He's getting some money this year.
Yeah,
the cap went up as well. So it may seem like more money than we should have paid, but with the cap going up, it's kind of price of doing business right now at that position.
Now, reports say, Trey Z, that we have between 20 and 30 million to play around with to pick up another player. Between 20 and 30 million still left to pick up another 2 players.
We had plenty of money earlier, a couple weeks ago.
You know what I'm saying? We started off with around 80 million. Now we got down to like 20 or 30 million to still play with to bring in another couple of players in.
Well, remember you got to pay your draft picks too.
No, that's besides the draft. This is besides the draft.
Besides that, you talking about we got 40 million on the box.
We got about 40 million in the box still out there.
I don't know about that.
No, we do. They can restructure and get even more. They're saying they can restructure.
Remember, Dan,
get out the man's checkbook. Deacon, get out the checkbook, man. That ain't your checkbook.
I'm just saying. We
ain't got to do nothing. But
okay. I'm sorry. Let's just.
Well, I'm gonna say this, Deacon. We have big pockets. We, as owners, we got big pockets. We got really big pockets. Because you got you know what I'm saying. You got the salary cap, and then you got cash. You know, and some teams, certain teams don't even, don't have cash, but they have to pay for the salary cap. We got cash. We got some partners that is our owners got cash in their pocket. As always, you can restructure stuff. You can pay deferred money. You can do a lot of stuff to bring in talent. So Trey Z, there's a couple reports out there that's still interested in some trades that's out there that we may be possible to have out there. Are you interested in bringing in some people besides what we got in Debo and Larry Tunsil to make that playoff championship run? What do you think, Trey Z?
We don't need to keep the money. I mean, what are we keeping it for? I mean, we going to bank it or something? Listen,
we still got to pay Terry. We still got to pay Terry.
We're going to have to pay Terry, and we're going to have to pay. If Debo does anything, we're going to have to pay him. Right. So here's my thing. But how is everybody going to get paid if we get to the Super Bowl? You see what I'm saying? So my thing is this. Let's talk position. All right. We clean up and go back to the position. We're going to talk offense or defense first because I can give you a better answer to that.
Let's do the offensive line.
Offensive line. So we know that Cosme. We won't probably see Cosme till not this year coming, but the year after that.
No, he'll be in mid-season.
I don't even think so. I really don't. But I mean, okay, that'd be great if we got.
They're talking about putting Coleman in the spot. They're talking about putting Coleman.
Yeah, I don't think they should do that though.
Well, listen, our offensive line was makeshift last year. We were able to do what we did. Now that we're starting to solidify certain things, I don't want to take anything away from the fact that just because we don't have, I mean, one thing I know about our general manager, he creates an offensive line. That's what he did in San Fran. He got a lineman, and he got a lineman, and he got a lineman. We might draft lineman at 29. You never know, because this guy knows that strength. He knows that. Hence the reason why at the end of last year, I kept saying, ooh, look at this money, free agency. I know that's not your favorite thing, guys, but that's where I was at. So the offensive line right now, I think we've improved it. It's kind of hard for me to judge how a player is going to be. I mean, what happened to our boy? I can't remember his name. First play on scrimmage, brand new, fresh out, draft, and he was out for the rest of the season. Things like that can happen. Or you can have a Cosme, everybody was like, yeah, but he's a little small, he's a little this, whatever that, and he turns out to be a pro. You know what I'm saying? It's a flat out pro. So offensive line, I mean, I'm satisfied for now.
So with the offensive line, I'm talking about putting Larry Tunsil on left tackle, Coleman somewhere at guard.
Or right tackle. They said either right tackle or guard.
And we just signed that guard. We signed that guard out of Philly. I mean, he played for Philly.
He's a depth player, though.
Yeah.
So, but
listen, that's what we played with last year. That's what I'm saying.
No, I know. I'm just saying
he's going to compete.
All I'm saying is you still have Allegretti, right?
Right.
So you're probably going to keep him where he is, or move him to Cosme's spot while Cosme's out. Put Coleman in his spot. So you got Tunsil, Coleman, Badass, Allegretti, and Wiley as your line. Because we might, I don't think with the 29th pick, I think we will draft an offensive tackle. It'll just be a right tackle, not a left tackle. Those are easier to find, right? So and you might be right. Coleman might be good on the right tackle as long as Tunsil is playing on the left, and he can swing back and forth just in case somebody gets hurt or not. Either way, I think we like I said, we've improved the line.
Now we lost Lucas too.
We lost Lucas, but we gained Tunsil. So you got to go what you got. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, Lucas wasn't starting.
He was the backup.
Yeah, so it's all good. So then we didn't do anything at running back. We didn't do anything at quarterback. Of course, we brought Mariota back. We brought Big Nichols back. Go ahead.
Stay with the one position, running back. So basically, we have the same running back room.
Yep, got the same running back room.
I say, right now, I'm asking, I don't know, are there any running backs on waivers out there that can improve our running back room?
I don't think so.
I think it's running backs in college. I think running backs coming out of the draft. Yeah.
We're going to draft
running backs coming out in the draft.
It's a whole bunch of running backs to draft.
Yeah. All right. I'm just asking. So because we were talking about money. The free agency is still open for linemen, I'm assuming, offensive linemen, but it's closed on running backs. We can say that. Right?
I mean, they're out there. It's just that no improvements.
I'm just trying to see what we're spending our money on. Are we willing to go out and spend our money on any linemen, or are we gonna? We already said we're not going to spend no money on a running back.
I think the quality lineman in free agency is gone. The quality lineman in free agency.
I think we are finished spending money on offense. Everything we do from here on in.
So you're happy with the tight ends?
I'm fine with the tight end. I'm fine with Zach Ertz. I'm fine with John Bates as a blocker, and I'm fine with whoever's at
Sinnott.
I'm fine with Sinnott because I don't know who he is yet. So
you don't want another running back. You don't want Diggs, or you don't want, like I said, there's a report out there.
I don't want to pay for one when there's so many good ones coming out in the draft.
You just said
wide receiver?
No, you said running back.
Oh, running back. On running back, yeah, I definitely think that we should draft a running back. 5th round, whatever we got. It don't have to be the first round.
It don't have to be first round, but here's okay. Go ahead.
When I watched the Underwear Olympics, there was about 30 dudes out there that looked pretty tight at running back, man. They were fast. They were a lot faster than Robinson, put it that way.
All of them were.
They were faster. If we want speed, there was a lot of speed in running back.
That is where I'm going with running back in the draft. I'm whoever is the shiftiest and has the most speed at the same time, that's the one I want. Because I'm keeping Robinson as the hammer. But Eckler is getting old, man. We're not gonna pick up Eckler next year.
Yeah, he has hand problems too. We got that.
Right. So we need somebody to take his position. Take his spot as a number 2 or the number 1 and just have Robinson as a hammer.
All right. Okay. So we beat that in the ground. So let's go wide receiver.
I think you draft a wide receiver. At this point, we have Terry, we have Devo.
Now you don't want Cheetah. You don't want Cheetah.
We don't need the Cheetah, I don't think.
What did he say?
We don't need the Cheetah, I don't think. We don't need the Cheetah, I don't think. We don't need the Cheetah, I don't think.
Emotional damage.
We don't need Cheetah.
What?
That what you're saying? We don't need Cheetah.
Listen, he went to Miami and they didn't win the championship.
Let's say that again. Let's say that one more time.
Like he bring a championship with him. He didn't take.
He had Super Bowl. You know he had Super Bowl rings.
He didn't take that to Miami.
We don't need Cheetah. Jake Daniels don't need Cheetah.
Right.
You can tell me that.
Because him and Debo play kind of the same position.
Exactly. That's why you take them. That's why you take them. Because you don't lose nothing. So let me give you an example. If you're trying to tell me,
2 different players too.
Yeah, they are to a certain degree.
2 different types of players.
But Deacon, you're looking at the player, in my opinion, offensively too much. Everybody wants that mega superstar. Tyreek Hill is a great player. Debo is a questionable great player. Now, let's pretend, and they did it last year, and I don't know why they didn't continue. Remember how you felt when Robinson and Eckler both lined up in the backfield? It caused the defense to say, all right, this guy's either going to bowl us over if this guy right here in front of me can give him half a block, or this guy's going to catch the ball, whatever. They had to adjust. You're not going to get that if you put a Deebo Samuels, just the potential, until that people see that he doesn't have it or whatever. Until that happens, on that first line of scrimmage when he lined up, Deebo Samuels is lined up and the heel on one side and McLaurin on the other. Are you kidding me? What defense is going to be ready for that? Who wants to do that? How are they going to stop a Deebo or a Tariq? How are they going to stop it? That's what I'm trying to understand.
Y'all kill me, man. Y'all kill me. Just a side note. Aren't y'all the ones who wanted to pay maximum at the defensive end and told me that it didn't matter what Jaden Daniels had because he's Superman and we don't need nothing on that side?
No.
We're talking wide receivers right now. We're talking wide receivers.
And Al, we were also talking about what was it? Garrett. I mean, he don't even compare to Tyreek Hill. It's Garrett and Tyreek Hill. It's like, come on, man. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all want to spend all your money on one position and say,
okay, I'm just saying. All I said is there was a report.
We don't need him, man. We don't need him.
Yeah. There's a report out there that the Commanders were interested in Tyreek Hill. That was the report.
Hey, listen, man. Hometown discount. He can come on in. Okay.
Didn't we play Tyreek Hill one year?
I don't know, but all I know is the man runs a 4-2.
Yeah, we did, and Sanders still checked him. No, it was preseason. It was like a scrimmage.
No, he didn't.
Sanders still was on his ass all day.
Okay.
Come on, man. He's old. He's 31 years old.
I don't remember that.
We don't need let's go to that. We beat that in
2000.
Okay. So, Deacon, how about a lesser receiver like Diggs?
I think we can get that in the draft.
Okay.
And for cheaper. I think we can get the same amount of production because what I'm thinking is
they bought Diggs in for look-see last
year. Yeah, I know, but he's coming off an ACL or something.
Right, he's
not going to be as fast anymore.
They bought him in for look-see.
Right, I don't think he's what they're looking for.
What do you feel about Michael Gallup coming in, the old Cowboy?
I'm okay signing him and see if he makes the team. I think we're going to get our next wide receiver in the draft because Terry's getting old. We'll have to extend him, but he's getting old. Deebo, same thing. They're getting older. So we need to start drafting wide receivers to come up behind these guys, learn behind these guys. So I think we're going to get in round 2 maybe a wide receiver if we don't trade down and have a couple of picks in round 2. Because honestly, I don't think we're going to take 29 pick at 29. I think we're going to trade that for some more picks because there's a lot of talent in that second round.
So how about this? We do have your boy Castro. I think what's his name? Your boy, he's still on the team. Your man with the speed.
Cashman Allen.
Cashman Allen. He's still on the team.
He's not fast.
I thought he was speed. I thought he was a speed guy. Cashman Allen. I mean, hey, he's young too. He's like 24 or something like that.
Yeah, he's still on the team. He was one of the only wide receivers.
He could be your young wide receiver.
Nah, he's not.
All right, let's move. Let's go to defense then. We talked about we need a running back, probably another wide receiver to compete,
but not on the free agency market in the draft.
But not on the free market, and then we go and we need a running back. Probably going to draft both of those positions, wide receiver and running back.
Right.
How about on defense? What do we need on defense?
Before we go on defense, I even seen stories out there where they talking about trading B-Rob.
So, I've seen that too. Yep.
I don't know how many people are interested in B-Rob, but
what they were talking about, like a 5th round pick or something like that, 4th or 5th round pick for him.
If we're going to draft number 1, let's say Omarion Hampton, somebody like that is there. If you're going to trade, if you're going to keep B-Rob, it takes a different type of running back that we're going to draft. If you're going to trade B-Rob, now you're talking about a stronger running back, not a shifty running back, because you need both. That Thunder Light, you need somebody in the line, first down and second down, and get that 3rd and 1 or whatever. So you can't just have a small, shifty running back there. You got to have a hammer. So, but you still got Rodriguez. Rodriguez is still on the list now.
Rodriguez runs hard. I mean, I think he runs hard.
Yeah, but he's not an every down back. I just don't think he's
he's not an every down back, but he runs hard though.
No, he runs hard.
I don't think your boy from North Carolina is going to be there in a way that we can pick him up. I think he's going to
I've done 1,000 mock drafts. He is always there at 29.
Really? Okay.
Always. One time Dallas picked him up.
I thought Dallas, the Raiders, a couple teams were interested in him. That's what they talk about.
Every draft I've got, Raiders have gotten Ashton Jeffries.
Okay, well, we'll see.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see.
I've been drafting Travion Henderson or DJ Williams.
That dude from the wide receiver from Arizona, I seen that might be there for us at 29. The big wide receiver from Arizona that everybody likes. I've heard that he might be there for 29. I can't think of his name now, but he's one of the top 5 wide receivers. He's a big boy that got a lot of speed. He ran like a 4.3. But we'll see. We'll see. Basically, what we're saying is, there's a good chance running back and wide receiver, we're gonna get a young guy from college. That's what we think.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to D. Go to defense.
All right, so we picked up Kinlaw. So you got Kinlaw on the inside.
Kinlaw's a starter. He's a starter.
So Kinlaw, and you have Payne, and you have Jazon Newton.
Mm-hmm.
Those are your main guys, your main 3. Then you got Cleveland Farrell on the outside. You got some other guys. And a number 1 edge, I can see him picking at 29 if they don't draft back. If there's a good edge coming out of the draft in that spot, that's possible. But we don't have a dominating edge right now. Cleveland Farrell's not it. The guys that we have are serviceable, not great. They don't have the potential to be great. You know, they go with Fowler. Fowler is the only one that.
Fowler's gone with the Cowboys. He got mad. Actually, Fowler was upset with us because we wasn't
paying him.
Yeah, he wanted $10 million. We paid him $3 million last year. He wanted 10 this year. He wanted a raise, so we wasn't gonna give it to him. Like I said again, we still have between 20 and 30 some million to play with for another trade.
Who we're gonna trade though?
Cincinnati still has the top.
They're not trading Hickerson.
They cannot pay him.
Huh?
They cannot pay him.
They're gonna restructure. They'll get him paid.
They'll work. Understand that he's still insisting on getting a big payday, and he's not happy in Cincinnati. It's still
honestly that could be a draft day trade.
Yeah, Henderson is still out there for us. What he had 17 sacks last year, or 19 or 17, something like that.
Or would you give up number 29 for him?
Oh hell yeah! Yes.
What?
Yes. What? Yes.
No, it seems like we're gonna just do things by committee right now. You see what I'm saying? I don't foresee us. It's next man up anyway. But it just seems like right now we're just going to be doing things.
It does look that way. It's going to be a committee for that defensive end spot.
They're going to keep a fresh man out there and see.
What's the dude? They got a dude from New England that's like a linebacker, defensive end guy. I forgot his name. They picked up.
New England?
Yeah, they picked up a guy from New England. I thought it was a linebacker. He's like a linebacker, defensive end type. They got Kinlaw can play defensive end. They say Kinlaw can play defensive end. He's 6'6".
In the dirt every now and then.
Yeah, he might be out there. They got Cleveland Farrell might be out there. I think Cleveland Farrell can play defensive end.
Well, Cleveland, that's his position, defensive end.
And then they got the rookie they had last year. They said they liked him. He's the 6'6" rookie. He has the French name, Ricky Pierre something. What was that French name? I can't think of his name. Yeah, the Ricky John Pierre or something like that. He was a rookie. He got hurt against Pittsburgh, and they liked him. He's 6'6". Got long arms. I think he had like 2 sacks.
And that could be what they're doing too, is using this year to find out what they actually have at defense.
Right.
Those guys who were hurt and the rookies that are now second-year players.
Right.
Seeing what we got, see if they're drafted. Because they did draft her in last year. So we see what we got.
Yeah, they drafted him last year. They liked him. He's 6'6", like 265. He got like 2 sacks before the Pittsburgh game. He got hurt and injured in the Pittsburgh game.
But if there's a dominating defensive end at 29, that is more of a position of need than a cornerback, a defensive tackle, safety. We got to see. You know what I'm saying? We picked the cornerback up. We picked
that safety up too.
Yeah. And Will Harris, I like him. He's an aggressive player. So we'll see how he plays.
And Will Harris is a combo player. He's a little bit better defensive. He can cover a little bit better than Chin. He's a little bit covered than Chin. He hits hard. He's not. I think Chin was a better tackler all around, a bigger guy. But Will Harris can play the slot, cover slot. He can cover a little better.
Yeah. So we don't really need at this point. I think they're assuming that this year's gonna be better than last year for a cornerback, right? You on mute, Trey.
Can you imagine if Lattimore comes back healthy?
Right. So you got Lattimore, you got the guy we just picked up, Johnson. Then you got
Jones was his name.
Jones. Then you got the safety. He played with the end.
He has rock star aspirations.
So with the Saints.
His siblings, they search for beloved mother. In Japan, more angular designs are seen in the Sonic TV animation
it works out.
anime movie. This classic was also
Ikonogany is still
for a number of Sonic games at the time.
He wasn't bad in the slot. He wasn't bad in the slot at all.
Hey, pause for a second, fellas. I hear TV. That might be what TV is that?
Right.
Oh, that was
and then
you?
then you got Sarah still. Then still got
he's starting.
So you got 3 nice starters right now. Then you got Martin that comes in, Quan Martin.
No, Quan is starting, I think.
Wherever he is, he's a decent player.
Yeah.
I think they kept Butler, didn't they? From Cincinnati.
Butler's still there. Butler's competing with Harris. Yeah.
No, Harris don't start.
Well, I mean, Butler's out there, and then they drafted a safety too last year. I can't think of his name. They liked him a lot. They drafted.
I think he was on special teams.
Yeah, he was on special teams. Yeah, the dude. They
liked
him. He was a big safety they drafted. Yeah,
real fast guy.
Real fast, big safety. They like him a lot. They also, I figure they're gonna draft some more DBs. They're gonna draft more DBs.
You think so? I think maybe in the later round.
They're gonna get another. They want to put your man in slot. Really, they would like to put your the dude. What's
Sarah still?
Yeah, they still want to put him in slot. I think he's better outside.
Well, the cornerback that they picked up is the outside cornerback. He's not an inside guy.
I thought he could play both. Talking about Jones.
But he's mostly on the outside. He's not a corner. He's not a slot DB.
I can't see him outplaying China. So I say, as the year he got better and better as the year going on last year. Yeah, he was more of a lockdown cornerback than Lattimore was towards the end of the year. Don't you think?
Did you know? I saw a video on this that they did a video of all of the cornerbacks, the top 10 cornerbacks who gave up the most yardage in the year. Sam still was number 7.
Oh, was he? Okay.
So he's giving up some big plays. He's locked down because he has some good time. He's a rookie, so that's still good. Yeah. But that's not overplayed what we got. Look, we had to be honest with ourselves. We went far last year, but we could have lost the Giants game when Dude dropped the ball. We could have lost the Philly game when Dude dropped the ball. We could have lost a couple of games where at the end of the game, we would it was 50-50.
Well, let's be honest with our defense was not a high quality defense. I mean,
that's why they brought in the big boys. That's why they brought in the big defensive tackles.
You're right.
To try to stop that run.
They want to at least stop the run. Yeah. I mean, we really didn't get a lot of pass rush. We had one dude that got hot early in the year with Fowler. Fowler got most of his sacks early in the year. You know what I'm saying? He got him though, but he got him early in the year. But for the most part, we didn't have that much of a pass rush. And our defense was a bend but don't break type defense. You know what I'm saying? And really, we broke a lot, but our quarterback was better.
If you think about it, there are 6 games out there that we should have lost.
I disagree with you, Deacon, because our quarterback was better.
Now listen to me. The Philly game, they were going. That was if he would have caught that pass, it would have been field goal range, easy.
Oh yeah. Philly and Giants, it should have been.
The Giants game should have lost.
Yeah, Philly and Giants should have lost.
The hell no, we should have lost.
Yeah, that's 3.
Chicago. The game we played against Atlanta, we had to come down to the last second. The last drive where dude got hit at the goal line, we had to take a break because we were struggling. We was trying to get the Dallas game where they put Mariota in the last second pass to Terry. there were some games out there that we wouldn't have won the last 4 years. Let's put it that way. Without the quarterback that we had.
I mean, a lot of the games you just said, man, I count on our quarterback play that won the game for us. It wasn't our defense. It was our quarterback.
No, it wasn't defense.
And a lot of those games when it was down to the minute, he drove all the way down to give us a chance.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was a lot of games that we should have won if we had a kicker that we would already been up, and all that would none of those games would have mattered if we didn't miss field goals.
That's another thing.
That's
kicker
true.
is an issue with us. We brought back our old kicker, right? The Spanish dude, right?
Gonzalez?
Let's draft the kicker at 29.
I gotta bring back Ron to do that.
Ron to do that.
Long snapper.
Yeah.
Long snapper.
Trade up for him.
We traded up for that bad man.
That's a genius move there, boy. But all I was saying to say
Cheeseman. What is his name? Cheeseman?
Yeah, Cheeseman.
Yeah, we traded
But
up.
all I was trying to bring up to that is that we were in some precarious positions this year that came out good for us.
Right.
We have to take the next step up to stay at least.
Then we're gonna play higher tech. We're gonna play better talent too. We were a last place team.
Well, you know, if that's what it says, but you never really know until the season starts because,
right.
You know, things change from year to year.
Right.
So, but I think we did good in putting ourselves in position with free agency, not to have to go into, like everybody was saying, not have to go in the draft, needing a particular position to function this year.
Right. We can get best player available.
Yeah. Or we can trade back.
Yeah.
Personally, I would trade back. Every time and this is unscientific, of course, but every time I've done an NFL mock draft, when they get to my pick at 29, you get like 4 or 5 trade offers to drop back 3 spots. You know what I'm saying? They've been giving up like 33 and next year's second to get to 29. You know, I'm taking that. All day long. You know what I mean? So, and I think what they're trying to do is get into the top 32 so they can get that 5th year on the contract.
Right. Everybody's trying to get that 5th year. Yeah.
So,
I'm just saying. Right now.
Speak up a little bit, Trey.
Right now, they have our depth chart as wide receivers: Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuels, Luke McCaffrey, and slot. And you're telling me,
but see, that's what
Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuels, and the Cheetah is not better? It's
no. It is definitely better. All I'm saying is that we can get a good wide receiver this year and not have to waste number 1 next year on it. You know what I'm saying? We can get a good wide receiver in the 2nd round, 3rd round this year. That will be number 1 next year.
What's that guy named Golden? I heard he's
Matthew Golden.
Matthew Golden, yeah.
You got Golden out there that's going to possibly be available at 29.
Yeah.
Isaiah Bonds.
Golden at 29, and don't say nothing else to me. Just pick him up and let's roll.
You like him?
Yeah, I do.
Because you got Isaiah Bond. You got the dude from Maryland is out there. He's moving up the charts. What's that, Tez Johnson?
Yeah, Tez Johnson. Yeah, something like that.
He ran a 4.39 or something like that, didn't he?
Yeah, at his pro day.
Yeah, you got a lot of fast wide receivers out there this year, just like you got a lot of fast running backs out there this year. That's what I'm saying. This year is you picking a future running back and a future wide receiver to take over for Terry, to take over from Rob. You know what I'm saying? That this year, those are the premium spots that you can get later in the draft. Because when we come up, offensive tackle is not going to be a great offensive tackle there. You're not going to get an offensive guard at 29. It's going to be plenty of defensive tackles out there that you can pick up. But we just picked up 4 defensive tackles. You know what I mean? So the position is what it is. Running back and wide receiver.
I'm just looking at right now. They're saying that the dude from Ohio State going to be available to us.
Travion Henderson.
I can't pronounce.
You talking about Travion? Quentin Junkin.
Quentin Junkin's going to be there?
Yeah, I don't see. Travion Henderson is faster than Junkin, and he's shiftier. Now, all the problem with Travion is his health. He gets injured. He was injured. That's why he's splitting time with Quentin Junkin.
You said Isaiah Bond's going to be there. They like him.
I'm saying Bond is nice. He's fast. There's a lot of guys right there in that.
I'm going to bring up one more time that Luke McCaffrey.
He's on the team.
It's not only the slot, but he's our kick and punt returner. And you wouldn't want to put a cheetah in kick and punt return.
He's not playing kick return anymore. He's not doing that. He's not gonna do that. That's not 31. He's a part-time player right now. He's not a every down player.
So they got your Merlin
and
boy.
Cheaper, and we use that money somewhere else.
They got your Merlin guy as the number 13th receiver in the draft.
Yeah, I think he's ranked 119 or something like that. 109. That's where he's been getting drafted. That the early third.
I didn't realize he was that tall though. He's 6'2".
6'1".
Yeah, 6'2". They got me left to 6'2".
Yeah, he's 6'2" and fast.
Yeah.
So remember we was talking a couple weeks ago about drafting a Horn.
Right.
I would draft him first, but he's moving up the charts. I thought he would be there late in the later rounds, but
they got him. They got him like top 3 now. Looks like.
Yeah, people been picking him early third round, late second. So he's not gonna be there, I don't think. Now we got 61, 128, 205, 225, 245.
I think we should trade our number 1 pick for the dude for the defensive end for Cincinnati, Henderson.
Trade what? 29?
Trade our number 1 pick for the defensive end from Cincinnati and pay that dude $30 million and call it a day.
What if I told you if I traded 29 down to the second round, was able to get Isaiah Bond and Travion Henderson as opposed to just your Hendrickson?
Our defense was so weak. I still want Henderson. Our defense was just that weak. Again, like I told you before.
Okay, tell you what. How about this? 29 for Hendrickson. You go get the cheetah on a 1-year contract.
Okay.
And then you draft the running back.
I'm good with that. I'm good. Hey, that right there is a Super Bowl winning.
Well, why now all of a sudden we drafted why are we going to get the cheetah for 1-year contract now?
Because he wants Hendrickson. The only way we can get a good wide receiver is if we trade 29 back to the second round and get an extra pick. Right. But we give away the first round pick, we had nothing to trade on.
I heard the reason why Cincinnati don't want to trade him is because nobody wants to give a number 1 pick for Henderson. Everybody just wants to pay him.
He's old too.
He's old. He's 30, 31 or 30 or something like that.
Yeah.
So was Kerrigan.
Kerrigan retired at 34. And Kerrigan's our sack leader. I think his last year he retired, he had 12 sacks. I think, or 10 or 12 sacks.
Yep.
So now we had nobody in the team last year with that many sacks. Nobody.
If you trade 29 for Henderson, you better go get your wide receiver before you do that. You better go get Cheetah. Sign Cheetah up first and then trade it.
I'm not opposed to signing Diggs and
we're not going in there with your boy Trey. We're not going in there with your boy at number 3. Put Gallup in there. Huh?
Who?
You
can put McCaffrey?
Yeah.
You don't think McCaffrey outplay
No,
Gallup?
that's what the Commanders have.
That's random.
They drafted him, Deacon. They think a lot of him.
They drafted him because they know his family. Come on, let's be honest. There's no way he's going to draft it in the third round.
I would say this to his credit. He had a couple of good kickoff returns to his credit. He had a couple of good
Well, that's special teams. You want to play special teams? That's not your third wide receiver. You put McNichols back there or something. Our third wide receiver right now is our running back.
Who, Nichols?
Put him in the slot, huh?
Who you talking about?
I'm talking about
Eckler?
Brain injury, yeah.
Eckler.
Wow.
CT.
Now I think Noah Brown is our third wide receiver. I got Noah Brown playing more than Gallup.
Yeah. So would you go in with Noah Brown, Terry, and Debo?
If I have to, I mean, I don't think that's the
Nobody
Super Bowl
cared
win.
last year who was number 2.
Huh?
Nobody cared who was number 2 last year. And we were scoring 30 points.
That's because this dude was a phenom, man. Everybody.
Y'all said he's going to be a phenom forever. He's Superman, y'all said. We don't need to give him no help.
Yeah, I'm going to respect the NFL that's going to study this dude. They're going to find, they know he like to roll left, run left, and all that. They're going to figure him out, and they're going to slow him down a little bit. So you got to give him some weapons.
No, I'm good.
You got to give him some weapons. I don't think Noah Brown is enough of a weapon. I just don't think Noah Brown or Gallup is enough of a weapon.
My main thing in the draft is getting a wide receiver and a running back. I'm trying to get a man all the weapons I can get.
Yeah, I got you. I hear what you're saying, Deacon, and I just think that we need a better defense. Our defense was so poor, and like you just gave a long statement about 10 minutes ago, is that we barely won those games with that poor defense. So we need somebody to put some pressure on that quarterback.
I'm fine with that. I'm just saying, let's not assume that these weapons that are hot this year are going to be the next.
Cincinnati is willing to just trade them and for a third-round pick or something like that, and we just pay him that money that he wants.
Did you say a third-round pick?
Cincinnati wants something for him.
Oh, you just said the first round.
They don't. I understand that our GM doesn't want to give him the first. That's the problem. They don't want to give him the first round.
Yeah, that's right.
I would. Me personally, I would. I would. Me personally.
And that's why we're on the couch, ladies and gentlemen. If you got this far, please like and subscribe. We here. This is we're back. We're going to try to give you guys some love in the off season. Full disclosure, I'm sitting here in my grandson's studios. He didn't even offer me a pillow because he's mad that I'm talking to these guys instead of messing with him. So my behind is sore. Let's wrap this up, fellas.
We're gonna wrap it up with the draft, baby. I'm doing the draft. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can sit back and watch me draft these guys.
Hey man, my Terps look like they losing. Look like it's over with.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Terps for showing up.
Hey, they got to the Sweet 16, man.
Sweet 16. And we picked who? We traded it.
No, I ain't trading nothing yet. But look, they get 46, go second and third. I bet you at 46, I can get Isaiah Bond, and at 61, I can get Travion Henderson.
All right, let's
do it. In a fake draft. Yes, let's go. Fake it.
Let's do it.
Watch it don't work. Look, Marion Hampton's still there. Travion Henderson, Junkin's still there. DJ Gideon's still there. Wide receiver Ball still there. This guy who's average, I don't know. I can never. So I mean, and still actually two spooks. I get a third. I'm taking bow. Still there. Isaiah Bond still there. Running back. Amari Hines still there. I'll take them 3 spots. Bow.
So how many picks you pick up?
I want. Huh?
How many picks did you pick up?
I got 40. They got 4 left this year, and I got 2/3 and 3/3 and second
for next year.
And I'm getting Isaiah Bond, and I'm gonna get Travion Henderson, and then we got a long spot between. That's why your first 2 got to hit. If you do that, your first 2 got to hit.
I just don't know if them dudes gonna be there, but okay. If this
every time I do a draft, this is how it rolls out. Now, of course, anything can happen. It's a fake draft.
I mean, I just sit there and watch those shows, man. And both of those dudes go a lot higher. Isn't Bond a 4.2 dude? Did he run like a 4.2?
He ran a 4.2.
Okay. I know one of the Texas dudes ran a 4.2. When the Texas dude ran a 4.2 or something?
Tennessee dude ran a 4.29.
Maybe it was the 4.2. Maybe it was Tennessee.
And he's at 124. I can pick him up. But I'm just saying, every time I do the draft, man, them dudes are there. So
if they're gonna be there, then hey, let's trade down and get picks for next year. We're gonna need picks.
That's what I'm saying, because remember, we lost 2 picks next year getting Thompson.
Right. So we got to pick up picks for next year.
That's right. Coming back and getting picks for next year is worth it to me. I don't know.
So we got.
All right, let's go down. We lost one customer over here. He over there.
His butt hurt.
He butt hurt and he butt hurt.
I told y'all that. Y'all Bammers are sitting here.
You watched it. You watched it.
I ain't watched that, man. I started.
All right, we go. Hey, yo, like and subscribe. We about to argue. We
more exciting than that.
We out, baby.